This is Caleb Crouch, and you're in the Short Go. I find Mark chapter 4, verse 39, 3 words Jesus speaks. It says, "Peace, be still." Story surrounds an account where Jesus was ministering. He thrived on giving of himself and teaching the disciples how to give. He said, "You want to be great, learn how to be a servant." Jesus was walking, he was giving, he was teaching, he was sharing, but then he gets to this place and sent the multitude away, verse 36, and he says, "We're going to go across the sea." It says there were other ships with them, and likely, if I could assume just a little, he was wore out. He had a physical body, and he had given. Everybody needs rest. So what a better place in the front of a ship across the water. He knew some of these guys were seasoned. He had nothing to worry about. He's teaching faith and trust. He goes and he starts sawing logs. He's sleeping. He has no worries in the world. Well, it's not long, and there's a great storm that rises and begins to beat upon that ship and begin to go buck wild, if you will. And just there's no calm. They did everything in their understanding. And I thought of life, and this is what I was reminded of tonight is life brings you storms, it brings you hurt, it brings you pain. And we often say when it rains, it pours. It seems like it just pours on us. And it just isn't one simple thing. It's just one after another after another. Sometimes it's self-inflicted, but then other times it's literally completely out of our control. These disciples were in a situation completely out of their control. We know the rodeo world. There's freak accidents, and then there's some foolish accidents. And when it's a foolish accident, you feel less bad, and you still hate to see anybody get hurt. But I've experienced one of those freak accidents, but it's a reality. When you get on the back of a bull or a horse or whatever, you know there's going to be some circumstances that it's just livestock, wildlife, and there's action, and that's why people are addicted to it. And being on the back, it's fun. And we think we've said this statement over. You hear it often in the rodeo world. It's not if you're going to get hurt, it's when. I got hurt and it kind of slowed me down. My priorities had to change around. But, I thought of life. It brings us storms. It brings us circumstances. And in life, it seems like they're there for a reason. And if not careful, we think either the world's against us or everybody's against us or we're missing something. But life is just that way. We have enemies. We have an evil in this world. We have storms that rain on the just and the unjust. We've got circumstances. And here, the disciples, they finally got to this place where they'd done everything they knew. In verse 38, they come to Jesus finally, and he's asleep on a pillow. And they wake him and say unto him, "Master, carest not that we perish?" And it says, and he arose and rebuked the wind, and he said these 3 words, "Peace, be still." I love the rest of this verse, 39. And it says, and the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. I don't know what storm you're facing. I don't know what hurt. I don't know what situation seems like storm after storm can come. But we need to do what the disciples did. And no matter what the circumstance is, stop trying to figure it out and turn to the Master, the Creator, the one in control of everything. And let him say these 3 words, "Peace, be still." He can be your calm, and he wants to bring a peace upon your soul, upon your circumstances, upon your life. Whatever it is, turn to Jesus.